But moving on. This actually should have been an animation section. I don't know why it's here, but it is. Sony Spider-Verse on Amazon. So I don't know if you've heard of this, but Amazon is moving forward with multiple live action. That's why it's not animation, it's live action. Multiple live action shows based on the Marvel characters controlled by Sony. The first series will be Silk, Spider Society, which was developed by speaking of which, The Walking Dead's showrunner, Angela Kang. It will be released on both MGM Plus, which is I didn't know that existed, first and foremost, and Amazon Prime Video. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse producer Phil Lord and Christopher Miller are also on the board of executives to produce this show, and Kang will serve as the showrunner, like I said, and executive producer. And it's part of a multi-year overall television deal that she signed with Amazon. And that sounds interesting, honestly. I think that there's a lot of stuff they could do with a Spider-Verse by itself, even separate from the MCU. They should also work with the MCU, like actually work with them and let them do stuff. Because I think the thing with Sony and Marvel and Disney is the fact that Sony feels like that. Disney having access to all of Spider-Man stuff and being able to do whatever they want with their Spider-Man stuff is going to detract from their Spider-Man stuff. But tell me this, Amir, do you really think there's any Spider-Man fan out there who's going to be upset that they get more Spider-Man?
No.
Exactly. And for some reason, Sony is so dead set on the fact that, one, first and foremost, because they own the rights, whatever Disney makes with Spider-Man, they're still going to make money. And me and you and everybody on the planet knows, Amir, Disney knows how to make money. So it's a weird situation, this whole rights thing, because it's like Sony, all they have to do is play ball and they will still get to continue to making stuff. Which, actually, I'm pinning it all on Sony. But it's also weird on Disney's part, because Disney also is in a situation where they don't want Sony to make certain Spider-Man stuff if they're going to use it. And they both just need to realize, us fans just want Spider-Man stuff in general, and we want both Spider-Man solo stuff and Spider-Man stuff in the MCU with all those characters. So just give us both, and do whatever you want with both, and give both access to all of Spider-Man's characters, and we'll be happy. I think once they realize that, we'll all live good, fruitful lives. But anyway, I digress. That was completely separate from what I was just talking about. But what have you heard about the whole Amazon Spider-Verse?
Oh, I just heard that Amazon is making their own Spider-Verse, and I heard they're doing a Silk show first, which is a little weird. I don't know how that's going to work. I don't necessarily think it's going to be bad.
As long as they don't do that weird spider sex stuff.
Honestly, I kind of hope they do, because it's kind of fun. It is funny. I know a lot of people don't like some of the stuff.
It's funny, but it shouldn't be. It shouldn't have been done.
It was hilarious. I like it personally. I can understand why people don't.
It was so weird.
I think it's peak like weird comic book ish stuff. And I feel like if there's anything related to like weird comic book shit, should be that.
It's peak sexist comic book